What's up guys, back with another train log in Q&A. This was another good week. Everything is moving great again. The only real bad day was my last deadlift day. My stomach was a bit full, so it affected my bracing and positioning a bit, but still good overall. I'm basically starting this training cycle at the same weights I left off with at the last one, and it feels just as easy, which is great because I usually have my strength greatly dip and then increase over the cycle. Anyways, this week with Christmas, my normal gym was closed, so I had to do one session on Wednesday in a commercial gym. Now, one thing about commercial gyms is they're good for getting reaction videos like this. I do miss the days where I got clips like this. That's actually how I got started on YouTube. I posted my Myron video, which really took off on the algorithm, and I decided to capitalize on it. So I met Justin Lee too, from him making his own Myron video, and then he recommended me making shorts like he did, and it worked out quite well. Now, speaking of commercial gyms, gym environment is a really overlooked variable. And I don't just mean equipment. I know powerlifters get really anal about specific equipment. Yeah, it's important, but some are real prima donnas about it. If Roy Williams can get to a 1,000-pound squat with a whippy bar and pound plates, you can do just fine. What I think is more important than the equipment is the vibe of the gym. Like, my best training cycles were in gyms I loved the vibe of. Like my university gym, I loved training there, which made me more motivated, I gave better effort, and got better results. Another good thing about gym environments, namely more advanced environments, is the ability to be around strong and knowledgeable people. This really helps you. You see what's possible strength-wise. I remember going from my first to second gym, I went from never seeing people squat 2 plates to spotting an IPF world champion rep over 600 pounds. That was an eventful second day there. It really breaks any glass ceilings you place on yourself in regards to what is possible, and these people tend to be happy to share their knowledge and help you too. Anyways, that's my rant of the week. Now onto the Q&A portion of this video. Comment more questions you have below. First question, did you always not use wrist wraps in your squats and bench? I did buy them initially because everybody else did. Then one day I was like, I literally find no benefit from this. I'm just wasting my time doing them up every set. In fact, I find I can get my elbows under the bar better on squats to increase upper back tightness without them, and on bench, I can cock my wrist backs to cut more range of motion. I never did any specific stuff to be able to handle it, I just always could. However, I did do martial arts for 8 years and we had to do some wrist stretching each day, so maybe that helped a bit. Next question, thoughts on snatch grip deadlifts? I do like them. I basically consider them as halfway between a normal conventional and a full stiff-legged, because a wider grip forces you to bend over a bit more, so you're getting some more hip range of motion. It's a good exercise to work these spinal and hip extensors a bit more, and I think it may work the upper back a bit more, though I'm not sure if that's just sensation. Next question, how do you do with not being able to accurately tell reps in reserve? Well, one is just experience over time, especially being able to not let emotions get in the way. Lots of people will overestimate how hard it is when they feel bad, or underestimate when they feel good. As for practical ways, doing the occasional AMRAP is a good way to learn your limits. You get to see how every rep in reserve feels, all the way from failure downwards. Don't do them too often, obviously, as it can be fatiguing, but a quick way to find out. Next question, thoughts on the overhead tricep study? So I do tend to program some overhead work in some of my clients' programs, but the thing to keep in mind with studies like this is not to react too much to one finding that hasn't been replicated. I do think there is potential benefits to train the triceps overhead. This study got a lot of hate from people saying, oh, we don't have a mechanism to explain why all heads would benefit, therefore it is wrong. That's the exact opposite way science is supposed to work. Theory should explain observations, not the other way around. One theory I saw from N1 Education is it could be something to do with blood flow in the overhead position, similar to blood flow restriction training. I also wonder if it has to do with the mechanisms of training the triceps overhead versus downwards. So if you're going downwards, the weight of your forearm and the attachment is assisting you, but on the way up, it's resisting you. I'm not sure if that would make a big difference or if it was accounted for in the study or not. Either way, I doubt training the triceps with overhead extensions has that much of a downside, so I'll mix it into my normal programming and potentially get some benefits. Next question, should we train to failure or leave reps in reserve? So while failure does seem to produce more growth per rep, it can also be more fatiguing per rep. So what's the optimal combination of stimulus to fatigue? I don't know. While many claim to know, I don't think you can with the current available data, and either end of the spectrum I doubt makes a big difference unless you're going really low in intensity. The thing about train to failure though is it idiot-proofs things, like you train until you fail a rep, and there's no guesswork with reps in reserve. And oftentimes, people really underestimate how hard they're actually pushing. I've made progress with both, and like with most things in training, you can do just that. I hate when people act like their way of training is the only way you can make gains and anything else is just going to ruin them. It's incredibly rare that one thing works and the other doesn't at all. Anyways, that's it for the video, guys. Happy New Year's. Thanks for watching. Please comment more questions you have below, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and once again, thanks for watching.